Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Sonic, WWE 318, back again for another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your SummerSlam 2020 prediction video. Yep, it is time for the biggest party event of the summer to finally come here and last for SummerSlam. Wahaha! As we're here, only at the time of recording this video, we are here in only one day, 17 hours, 17 minutes, and 47 seconds away from the pay-per-view event. It's in general for SummerSlam. Ha 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 ha. So, yeah. Obviously enough, if you checked out my Extreme Rules 2020 review, you will know that not only was that video, that itself video, kind of a twist of my normal filming, my normal way of filming, but you would know that obviously that I was going back to my old school roots for this video. Haha. So for our predictions for, SummerSlam, of course. So, yay. But, obviously enough, like I said before, I'll stress the fact again, I do not know if this is going to be the only video that we're going to be doing it for, which, seeming for WWE's kind of plot, thinking that that's going to be happening legit the week after this event goes off the network. Honestly, I see us being right back here in the next following week with the exact same format. If not the exact same format that is also with both prediction videos and my reviews. So yeah. Hope you guys are gonna be. So needless to say, hope you guys are gonna be enjoying this kind of retro style of filmmaking for my prediction videos and kind of the twisting way of my ways of making my reviews, like the one I did, like I literally just did for my Extreme Rules review. So yeah, so those things might be here to stay for at least a few bit more while. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how long because obviously I don't know. We're just playing this shit. We're just gonna have to play this shit by ear and just keep it up the way it is. So. We'll know what's going to happen, and until it happens, until we get back to our until we get back to our normal, way of filming my reviews and my prediction videos, you will expect us to be filming like this and like that for my predictions and my reviews. So, with that said, enough chit chat. Time is candy. It is time for the biggest part of the event of summer, which is time for SummerSlam. Ha 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 ha. So, with that said, let's get started. Ha ha. So, yeah, let's scroll on down to the bottom of the page, and we're going to just scroll all the way up whenever we actually get there. I just lost my cursor for a second on the scroll bar. Okay, now we start with this match at the bottom of the card, which is going to be Mandy taking on Sonya Deville, which apparently, me just looking at the bottom of the screen, obviously enough, and before I even started the video, the stipulation has changed from a hair match or whatever the way they describe the hair match to a no disqualification loser leaves WWE match. Yeah, so talk about a changer there. That's way too zoomed into their faces. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, so you might ask yourself, Sonic WWE 318, what exactly do you want to think of this match? What is your prediction for this matchup? My prediction for this match, regardless of whatever it was for the stipulation or whatever it was going to be, I feel like it's going to be Mandy Rose is going to win this match. So, yeah, Mandy Rose is going to win, and Sonya Deville is going to probably most likely go from SmackDown, go right over to Raw, be her own, superstar, and make herself, a better superstar, I guess, if you can call it that. But still, she's gonna go on her own, and we're gonna have Sonya Deville on Raw, and most likely gonna have Mandy Rose on SmackDown. If that's gonna be the case, because obviously, according to Wikipedia's, describing of a loser leaves town match at WWE's usual terms, it usually means that whenever a loser loses this match, they usually go for one brand or the other. So in this case, these two have been on SmackDown a lot, so. That's what I'm going with. So, you're going to go to Raw when you lose this match. So, boop. Okay. Alright, so now with that kind of rounds out of the way, Sonya Deville is going to lose this match. My prediction is going to be for Mandy Rose to win. So, with that said, let's move forward. Next up, we have Bayley taking on Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. My prediction for this match is going to be for Bayley's going to retain this match. And we shall see why, as we're going to actually double entendre with this match. We're going to go up next for Sasha Banks and Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. And I'm going to predict that Asuka's going to win the Raw Women's Championship here, because this is going to be, we are now starting to see the tides starting to turn finally now, or the tension starting to grind their gears between Sasha and Bayley to finally get their friendship kind of to start a twist, or trying to, a split between Bayley and Banks. Haha. So, obviously, we're going to see some things happen between these two matches where, obviously, Banks is going to probably, Banks is going to do something to either screw up Bayley or vice versa. Bayley's going to do something to end up screwing freaking Banks at the end of the day. And one of them is going to have to lose the title, which I'm rolling the assumption it's going to be Banks, because obviously Asuka's more of a Raw superstar. So with that said, I see her most likely winning, actually being on Raw. So that's what's going to happen here. That's why I'm voting for. That's why I'm saying this thing right here. But no matter which one's going to be, I am still this is still going to happen with either Sasha losing or Bayley losing. So one is going to win and one is going to lose their title. So no matter which one it's going to be, this is going to happen at SummerSlam. But I'm sticking my foot here, and I'm going to stick with Sasha being the one to lose her title and actually give it to Asuka for said, thing to happen to keep the pushing gears going for Sasha and Bayley's, split between one another. So as I said, Bayley's going to retain her title, and Sasha's going to lose. Everyone do the Sasha-lism. We're going to bring, talk about a retro joke. Bring that joke back. but still, like I said, Bayley's going to retain her title, and Asuka's going to win Sasha's tank. Yeah, tank. You're going to ride a tank, and you're going to take her tank away from them. No, I'm playing. You're going to take her title away from her. And we're going to start setting up Banks and Bayley's feud for finally sake. Because obviously we've been building this up for so long. And actually, as I was described for, we should be seeing it actually right here, going down here at SummerSlam. But we are not seeing it because obviously they always want to continue their freaking friendship. So, yeah. So there's that. So, yeah. So now moving on from that, we have Apollo Crews, who's looking kind of crazy here. Yay! Look at my title, I'm happy. Even though I'm having the old school freaking championship right here for some reason. So there you go. You do your thing, Apollo. So yeah, Apollo Crews taking the MVP for the United States Championship. My picks for this match is going to be strictly for Apollo Crews to retain his title here again, because obviously he still seems like he's going strong with the title. And I don't see why he would lose it. Even though, obviously, it's kind of weird to see MVP, continuously still getting these matches over and over. It seems like he's getting them over and over and over again. Which you would most likely see this potentially being more of a Crews and Bobby Lashley feud. I don't know why that's not the case, or Crews and Shelton Benjamin. I don't know why that's not happening. I don't know why it's continuing has to be MVP. What's this, twice or thrice? If you're using Dash XP in freaking terms. Seriously, it feels like we've seen this stuff before and again and again and again. So that's kind of throwing it off. And the rumor is, there's a rumor out there which I'm not believing, how apparently, and this will be addressed more, and this will actually kind of be addressed again as we get towards another match, which is going to be the Rey Mysterio and, Dominik and Seth Rollins match. We'll touch upon that once again when we get down there. But apparently, there's an apparent rumor how apparently we're going to have Apollo turning heel and apparently joining the Hurt Business, which obviously makes zero to no sense, because obviously you've had all this time building to saying, oh, Crews, join me. Crews, join my business. Join my business. Join my business. Blah, 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 blah. And we have always a Crews always turning him down continuously over and over and over again. And obviously enough, you obviously seen these two fighting each other. You guys are literally going to be fighting each other right in front of your guys. Why would you do that? That makes zero to no sense. Yeah, let's have a match. Oh wait, yeah, look at me. I'm going to beat you, or vice versa. You're going to beat me. I'm going to join you. What sense does that make? Honestly, what sense does that make? Honestly, guys, come on. But all jokes aside, in all seriousness, obviously, like I said before, Apollo Crews seems like he's pulling from his championship run, and I still like to think he's going to continue his run here after SummerSlam. So instead, let's continue on. Which, speak of the devil, we have Seth Rollins and Dominik Mysterio in a street fight, which apparently we're going to have Buddy Murphy in Rollins' corner, and we're going to have Rey Mysterio in Dominik's corner, which they're not on screen, but obviously you get the point at hand. But still, my prediction for this match was, firstly, heading to the show is going to be for Dominik to win this match, but I'm going to stick around, actually going to put my finger on Rollins to win this match, because obviously, you know, Dominik may, you know, have some experience, but in WWE's terms, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is gonna be your first match, and you're gonna turn out to be all sloppy. You're not gonna be as good as you have to be. You know, you talk big talk, but you got no bite, pretty much. So WWE's probably gonna use that equipment on Dominik, and they're gonna use that logic on Dominik, and that's gonna be Dominik's downfall here." Or apparently because either we're going to have that's going to be the logic and Seth Rollins is going to win clean, or potentially, you know, since, you know, we have apparent another event coming up next weekend, which we will address that factor in a second. We might actually end up having, you know, this match, you know, have some sort of finish, which it may or may not be a cleanish finish to actually get us to that next week's event, to potentially give us a tag team match instead of, you know, building up from this match to go towards next weekend to potentially have Rollins and Murphy versus the Mysterios, potentially next weekend a tag team match. So that might happen, or potentially here's another thing, like I said before. Apparently, the next rumor once again is apparently how we're gonna pull that card again with Dominik apparently turning on Rey and actually joining Rollins. Which, after all this building, all this, you know, all this stuff's been led up to be for this feud, why would that make sense? Seriously. Dominik got his ass beaten to him by Rollins and Murphy, and, you know, let alone the fact, he's here for Rey Mysterio's sake, which I know for the storyline makes more sense to actually, it makes more sense for that person, of why he's actually here. If you were to do that, you would have done this, you know, when it was Rey and Rollins. You know, you would have done that way in advance during the Eye for an Eye match. You would have done it there. And using the same logic from that Apollo Crews and MVP match applies to it here. These guys are clearly going to fight it out. Why would you just fight your opponent and just say, "Hey, I'm joining you now. I'm a heel now." Why would you do that? That makes zero to no sense. Why would you do that? But still, so regardless of what the fuck's gonna happen, for whatever the fuck reason, I am going to say Rollins is gonna win this match. So yeah, so I want my Dominik win this match, but I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins win this match. So there's that. Next up, we have the Raw Tag Team Championships between the Street Profits and Angel Garza and Andrade. My prediction for this match is apparently going to be that while I wouldn't mind the Street Profits retaining championships, I think it's about time for Andrade and Angel Garza to finally get their past dues and finally get the run with the championships. So my prediction is going to be that. But apparently another speculation is apparently that Bachelor Star is apparently going to be in here to potentially screw the Street Profits' chances to win this match against these guys. That may happen, but I don't know. So that's another speculation to happen, but that's just something to be another rumor in the wind. So take it for what you will. But my logic is more actually logical, and obviously these guys deserve more. These guys seem like these guys have been, deserving their chance with the titles, and actually deserving some push for said titles, or deserving a chance to actually get a proper run for themselves. So why not just give it to them within these championships? Obviously not. So obviously, yeah. So Angel Garza and Andrade to finally get the championships here. So said, there you go. Well, I wouldn't mind them winning. I'm going to go with Andrade and Garza. So let's move on. Next up, we have Seth. Yeah, that's totally Seth Rollins. Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. My prediction for this match, obviously enough, has been obviously said from way months in advance. Obviously enough, since we finally got here, that Drew McIntyre is going to go through Ziggler and finally get here to Randy Orton for SummerSlam, to finally get him here to finally face these guys for Randy Orton to actually win this match. Do I still feel that way? Unfortunately, yes. So My prediction for this match is going to be for Randy Orton to win this match because obviously his heel stick has been going on for too strong, and he has no sign of slowing him down because obviously he's been running through almost everybody. He's been counting bodies and left and right. And like I said before, his heel run as of late has been pretty much one, if not the best thing going on in the company right now. So as I said, Randy Orton's going to win the title, but Drew McIntyre is going to give him a good fight, actually give Randy Orton a run for his money to end up losing this title reign here to Randy Orton for him to potentially run with it to potentially next WrestleMania season to have a match with Edge at next year's Mania. That may or may not be pushing it, but that's potentially the I said mindset right now for Randy to remember this for his championship. But that's future reference. We'll get to that point later on. So with that said, while I wouldn't mind and I would love to see Drew McIntyre retain his championship by any means possible, my prediction is going to be for Randy Orton to win the championship for those reasons. So with that said, let's move on. Next up, we have, I think, potentially the final match on the card. Because, you see full details, which means this is the end of the end. Ha 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 ha. My prediction, obviously, I can't predict it well, clearly you can see who the fuck's on screen. Clearly. My prediction, no, this match is going to be for the Raw Universal Championship. But no, SmackDown, no brand, don't matter. It's the WWE Universal Championship. Braun Strowman versus The Fiend for the WWE Universal Championship. Now, my prediction for this match is going to be for The Fiend to win this match, but not the title. Because, obviously, we're going to address the fact right now. Payback is going to be next weekend, literally next Sunday after SummerSlam. Yes, we are getting another pay-per-view event, literally the weekend right after SummerSlam. Why? I don't know. So, this whole pay-per-view event is going to be either a bunch of matches where we're going to have a bunch of freaking non-finishes, style finishes to continue to actually getting us onto Payback for us to potentially have finishes there, or we're just gonna have a lot of potentially sloppy reasonings that we have heading out of these matches because of that reason actually going towards Payback. So yeah, SummerSlam really being, the biggest part of the event this summer and one of WWE's biggest pay-per-view events of the calendar year, being resorted to be a fucking, appetizer for a B-level pay-per-view event to happen the next following weekend. Why? Literally, once again, I don't fucking know. So with that said, The Fiend's gonna win the champion. The Fiend's gonna win this match here at SummerSlam against Braun Strowman, but he's not gonna win the title here because of that reason. So we will see him potentially win it next weekend for The Fiend to take on Braun Strowman again for another match for the title and to win it there at Payback. I don't know how they're gonna make it. I don't know how they're gonna make it work here. As long as as much as like the other match is gonna make it work to finally get to actually get these finishes, somehow in a clean slate and actually if not full on bullshitty and stupid endings. I don't know how they're gonna make it work, but they was gonna have to freaking make it. Have to make it work because obviously they put themselves in the corner and they're gonna have to fucking make shit work. So yeah. So with that said, SummerSlam is going to be here, and at the time of recording this, actually finishing this video up, 1 day, 16 hours, 59 minutes, and 36 seconds away from the time recording this video is going to be SummerSlam. Ha 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 ha. So, and you might ask yourself, it's on WWE 318, since now you address the Payback stuff, you must also be questioning yourself, what does that mean for your SummerSlam review? Well, guys, I'm going to address that right here, right now, that we will be doing next weekend. You will be seeing my Payback 2020 predictions, but The following weekend, you shall see a double entendre review, which you'll see my SummerSlam and my Payback review. So you'll get 2 reviews in one giant-ass video. Hoorays for you guys, but a pain in the ass for me. Yay! But still, guys, so instead of actually tuning in next week for your review for SummerSlam, you should tune in next week for your Payback 2020 predictions, and then tuning in the following week for your reviews of both Payback and SummerSlam. So with the said, ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all for watching this video. I hope you guys actually enjoyed for SummerSlam for what it was worth. And with the said, ladies and gentlemen, I thank y'all, obviously, once again for watching this video, and we shall see how much a blunder that this biggest party event of the summer is going to turn out to be, apparently heading into Payback, for it being apparently, as I said, an advertiser for Payback. I can't believe I'm saying that for, actually, I can't believe I'm actually saying that for the likes of SummerSlam, but that's what WWE is doing for, that's what's WWE's freaking card, that's the card that WWE has dealt for our sake here for this, you know, current time and scheduling, so yay for that. That's WWE's fault, that's WWE's fault, that's WWE's fault. Blame them for doing that for some god dang reason, so yay. So with the said, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys then for my Payback 2020 review. Hope you guys enjoyed SummerSlam for what it's worth, and I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.